Hello everybody, and welcome to another commentary. Today we are in Wilkes, Barre, Pennsylvania in 2016. We're digging deep into the barrel for this one because I'm doing some of these commentaries midweek just to test out the viewership. I figure I don't want to give the best possible shows, so we're going to change up with some of the ones today. I wanted to do the commentaries that from the events that just happened. I quite literally forgot where they were from. In Monster Jam, which Backwards Bob made its return, but in Spokane, Washington, that's the name of it. Spokane had Backwards Bob return, but yet again, nobody posted anything. So here we are, and I decided we've got Backwards Bob in this video, and there he is. I don't know who's driving any truck, so we are just reacting to monster trucks driving in Wilkes-Barre. This is the speed and skill contest. They're driving around to see who can have the fastest time. I don't know if we'll find out the time tomorrow. This is essentially just like timed racing in modern day Monster Jam, but there's Backwards Bob's run in the books. I remember Ryan Huffaker used to drive this truck around this time. Could be him. Here's Thrasher. Got a lot of independents in this lineup today, so it's going to be a very interesting event that we are getting to witness. And with that, you also, with a racing track like this, you have a lot of drivers who really are not going to do very well, which is obviously very fascinating. And wow, Thrasher just had what? Oh, that's right, you have to do a full lap before going around the final turn. I got lost in how slow this race really is. I thought he was about to be over, but no, he just is not driving. Here's Prowler. I did not remember that Prowler was still driving in Monster Jam in 2016. It feels like it's been a really long time. Fun fact, Prowler was the... What are you doing? Prowler was the first monster truck toy I ever had. I had a Rev Treads Prowler truck when I was about 2 years old. And I had no idea what it was at the time. Well, yet another absolutely slow race. I have to imagine Backwards Bob is in the lead. Here's a Lone Eagle. This has to be Alan Pizzo. You could just tell. I mean, obviously the Lone Eagle truck was ran on the Predator chassis. Alan Pizzo looking pretty quick in this race. You can always tell when it's Alan Pizzo because of the different tires they would run on the front and the back, and a pretty good lap. Might be able to get him first place. Not that we're going to ever know. Here's Instigator, and look, he's running BKT tires, which for an independent is quite rare at the time. And he is not showing any sense of urgency at this point. Okay, he's also got no stickers on the right door. At all. So that's pretty funny. Instigator, another one of those independents that was around a very long time. I don't know if it still drives anymore. But not a great race. Probably didn't get in the lead. And now here's Backdraft. Also love to do events like this because you get to really hear the sounds of the trucks. Because a lot of these trucks back in the day were running different exhausts. Like this one's got straight up zoomies on it. And a decent race. That might have been enough to take the lead. Here's a Stinger. I have to imagine it's Zaner 2. This was right before Zaner 2 really developed into one of the better independent drivers in the circuit. He actually became one of the top independent arena drivers throughout 2018 and 19. I thought there was a time there where he might be able to get himself into the World Finals and even a Tour Championship, but unfortunately COVID ended all hopes of that. Because him, alongside many others, did not get to return. So here's Pablo Huffaker and Gravedigger, and the only reason I know that is because that is 1000% Pablo Huffaker's chassis. There is zero question in my mind about that. Pablo always ran the red shocks, and he also had the red, all the red tie rods and such. Everything was red on Pablo's truck. That was a good pass. Probably was your leader. I'd be shocked if it wasn't. So now move to the wheelie contest. I can actually score this now. Well, we got through probably the worst competition of the day, which is this racing competition. I don't know how many wheelies they're going to get. Well, I'll just give you my score once they're finished. At least for the first... Whoa! Nice little wheelie by Thrasher. Okay. And this is not just a sky wheelie competition, this is a wheelie competition, so I have to take a little bit of appreciation to the fact that that was a good wheelie. They might get 4 hits, because I remember there was a time where Monster Jam did 4 hits in arenas. That was a time to be alive, wasn't it? That is not a wheelie. But I mean, that second move is really going to help him out. I do think it might be 4 hits here based on... Yep, going for a 4th. That was an okay run, and I'm going to boost his score a lot because of that second move. I'm going to go with a 6.8 for Thrasher. There's Lone Eagle, it's Alan Pizzo. This truck was always very interesting to watch. Oh! I guess they got logs over there. That would explain the verticality. Oh, I just got hit up by my lineup plug, Caden's Case. He gave me the lineup for this event, so I now know who's driving every truck. This is not Alan Pizzo, it's Robert Parker. Oh well. So Robert Parker in the Lone Eagle doing another wheelie. I think he's got one more. So that was Sean Oberlin and Thrasher. Wow, what a... What a lineup. That is a weird lineup. So what's this guy's name? Robert Parker in Lone Eagle. I'm going to go with the 6.6. Here's Instigator, Paul Broad. Oh, wow. I had no idea that it was Paul Broad. That's pretty funny. I have seen Paul Broad drive before. Nice sky wheeler. That was probably the best move we've had of the entire competition. The one-sided Instigator. Decent. Definitely decent. Could have been better. We've so far had a very poor competition, but, I mean, did we really expect anything differently here? I was not. It's, like I said, Monster Jam. We are here to watch monster trucks drive. That's what these commentaries are all about. I'm here to watch monster trucks do monster truck stuff. Decent, but again, I mean, no one's really done anything good. So I've got to say, this is my second week now of testing out the commentaries during the week on Tuesday and Wednesday. Last week it didn't go very well, did not get the viewership I was hoping I would get, but again, it's just a test. Testing things out for the new year. So I have a feeling we're probably... Whoa! Over she goes! Just for excitement factor, I'll give that a 7 for the Instigator. Paul Broad in the Instigator. So this is Backwards Bob, and this is Kevin Crocker. Not Ryan Huffaker. I am fascinated about that. Kevin Crocker and the Backwards Bob. Oh yeah! And another one is up and over. I'll give him a 4.5 for excitement purposes. Look at all the tech officials hustling out there. I wonder if I know either of those guys. I probably do. This is Backdraft, driven by Ty Cornelius. Another guy I've never heard of before. A lot of those guys here today. I think I recognize... There's 3 out of the 5 drivers I've never heard of before today. Well, I like the throttle that he used on that, but there was not a wheelie in sight. Let's see if he could do better on the last 2 moves. All about execution. And he is failing at executing everything at this point. That's okay. I was going to say, this isn't the donut competition. But I guess if that's your way of deciding to turn the truck around, well, you might as well. This is probably going to get the worst score out of the 4 because he has not done any wheelies at all. Yeah, not great. I'll give that a 6 for Ty Cornelius. Here's Zane Ratu and Stinger. Who do I have in the top spot? I forgot who I gave to the lead. Instigator for flipping over. Here's Zane Ratu. This is Zane Ratu. I was right about this. And I really would have been hard-pressed to be wrong, because I really am pretty sure nobody else drove this truck in Monster Jam. But it's possible that they did. And I'm sure, I mean, there's always the random fill-in here and there. But for an event like this, I was going to hedge my bets and assume that it was Zaner 2. Let's go for that log. That one's been pretty interesting. Probably logs on the... They probably have logs on the opposite sides where he is right now, and then we have the tires in front of us and probably on the other side, directly opposite of it. Very good sky wheelie. That's how you finally do a wheelie correctly. That was the best move of the entire competition. Score to beat for me is a 7 for Instigator. Let's see if Stinger can get it done. That's decent, but he's going to need a good move to finish off, and I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. I really don't. Gonna go for this. Gonna go for this log one more time. Didn't like his run-up. Alright, there you go. That's better. I will give that a 7.2 and give the lead to Stinger. Here's Pablo Huffaker in Gravedigger. That was a good sky wheelie, but he didn't really have much height on it. It was more the length. This competition's gone very quickly, I must say. Oh, very good. Yeah, that's a nice move. All right. If Gravedigger attempts one more move, he's getting the lead and the win. Not even close. Is he going to go for this wacky one over here? No, he's not. Save that one for last. And I think he's going to. That's why he's going for the tires, so that he can hit that super high log stack for the laugh move. Nice! My goodness, Pablo Huffaker's won. I can tell you right now that that's already the best thing we've seen today in this entire competition. He's going to go for the big logs. This has been troublesome. Oh wow! Well, he approached it better than the other drivers, but it wasn't as exciting as the other ones. Still, though, that has to be a solid 8.5, and you're winning. Actually, no, Prowler hadn't come out yet. Okay, let's be real though. Prowler is not going to take the lead. This is Lenny Kilder in Prowler. He also looks like he can't steer at all. Mechanical problem. Yeah, I gathered. He has no rear steer whatsoever. So that's too bad. Alright, it's time for donuts. I guess Prowler did go and I forgot. I don't know. Regardless, Gravedigger's your winner. Easily. Here's Lone Eagle, and very poor donut attempt from Robert Parker. That is a 1.2. Here's the Instigator. It's a very small arena here in Wilkes-Barre, I must say. I forgot what it's called. I think it's Mohegan Sun Arena. I don't remember. I think I went there this year. I went there this year. I think I remember that being the place I went to. So, Instigator, this is Paul Broad. That was good. 6.4. Here's Backdraft. Ty Cornelius. I like that name, Ty Cornelius. It's a neat little name. Let's see how Backdraft does in his donuts. Oh, I already like the high RPMs. Quite loud. Quite loud. Solid. Oh, wow. You know what? I'll give it a 6.6 for the Siren. Here's Thrasher. Sean Oblin driving the Thrasher truck. It was always Pat Suma. I don't know why it's not Pat Suma, but whatever. Never really loved Pat Suma. He was a bit rude to me in a pit party line one time. I never forgave him for it. That is a 1. You're not even getting above a 1. Kevin Crocker, Backwards Bob. Sometimes these commentaries are fun because it's just comical to see how bad it is. Alright, we're already off to a better start than most of the runs so far. This is a solid donut. Hey, Kevin Crocker was always a very good driver, and I'm pretty sure he's coming back next year and is going to be driving for Jim Kohler's team. If my memory serves me correct. I'll give that deleted a 6.9. Here's Stinger, Zane Ratu. We are really getting through these competitions very quickly, might I add. I guess that's what happens when you only have 8 trucks and they're really not doing very much. But I mean, for a four-hit two-wheel competition, it was pretty quick. It wasn't a two-wheel competition, it was a wheelie competition. He's not really getting that spin that he needs in the donut. Oh, that was a really stinky donut. 2.1. Well, here's Gravedigger, who is 2 for 2 on the day. I don't even need to know the scores to know that he's 2 for 2. And he's got to beat a 6.9. Well, if he stays in that spot, oh, he got away from it. Oh, that's not going to do it. Okay, that's a 6.0. So Kevin Crocker and Backwards Bob's my donut winner. That's awesome. Here's Freestyle, Sean Oblin and Thrasher. Why did Pablo did 2 revolutions and called it a day? Sean Oblin and Thrasher is, you know, I said before we got through the toughest competition. This might be the toughest competition to watch. Because it's 75 seconds of just this over and over again. And this might be tough. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I was not yawning at all today until I started this commentary. I greatly appreciate it. I greatly apologize. I was going to say, this doesn't look like the same building that I was in Wilkes, Barre, but at the same time, I was never out of show call, ever. I never looked in the actual arena, and show call is underneath that overhang over there, so you can't see the upper deck at all. So I never knew what the upper deck even looked like. And I also got food poisoning that weekend, so I really tried to not move around a ton. It was a rough weekend for me. But I would go back. I really enjoyed the city of Wilkes-Barre. It was quite the adventure. I had to fly into Philadelphia and drive down 2 hours. It was rough. So that's the end of the run there for Thrasher, Sean Oblin. That was a 3.1. Here is Lone Eagle, Robert Parker. We're off to a rollicking start with his run. Stopped early, mechanical issue. Great. That's his score. It's not his fault, but... Here's Instigator, Paul Broad. Oh. Well. Oh, okay. I was like, is that the is that the end of the video? Out of frame or shaky, that's okay. You know what? You're doing a good job. Remember back in this time where they would tell people they're not allowed to film? What a dumb idea. What a dumb idea. Like, oh, you can't take pictures on your phone and share it? Nope. Oh, wow. That's, like, what? It doesn't make any sense. I never will understand that and why that was a thing. This is... Paul Broad just did another stinker. That's a 1. There's Kevin Crocker and Backwards Bob. Kevin Crocker picked up the donut win today. Won the MSG award for donuts. That's my award that I give out. The Who's Ready for Donuts award. Don't ask me. I'm just still trying to figure it out. Backwards Bob's body is a little crumpled because he tipped her over in the wheelie competition. Not an exciting move, but it was a one-hit wonder, and that's not going to win you a competition very frequently. It happens, though. He's having the best freestyle we've seen today, though, which is always nice. And like I said, I was prompted to do this video because I wanted to do something with Backwards Bob because Dalton Widener brought it back this week and drove it very well, I might add. So it's cool to see Kevin Crocker in this video. And again, oh, yeah! Something about watching that truck go up backwards like that. It's just so fun. Oh, he kisses Stinger. This isn't 2024. He's not going to have his run ended for that. This is a decent run for an arena of this size and with the options out there. Really not a lot of options in an arena like this, and his run is over, I will give that a 7.5. I liked it. It probably will be beaten by Gravedigger, but you never know. Maybe it'll be Ty Cornelius taking the lead. We've had 2 or 3 trucks who haven't even been able to run more than 5 seconds because of truck problems, which kind of stinks. But maybe Ty Cornelius is going to seal the deal today and put down a good freestyle run here in the great city of Wilkes, Barre, Pennsylvania. I miss Backdraft being around in Monster Jam. Such a neat truck. I love the sirens idea. Oh my! I mean, you can't just smack the hell out of Stinger. You can give him a little kick. Well, that's a little unnecessary, Ty. Poor Zane Ratu's just sitting in the truck like, what the heck did I do to deserve this? It's been a decent run, though. I would probably put this in second right now, unless he does something crazy to end it off, like just destroy Stinger. Zane Ratu's going to be concussed when he comes out onto the track. Is he going to line up to send it? Kind of. Kind of. Not really, though. He's got 8 seconds left. Yep, he's going to be done. Well, maybe not. Maybe he's got one more move left in him. Not going to count the time, though. 6.5. Decent run for Backdraft. Wasted a lot of time. Here's the previously concussed Zane Ratu and Stinger, who has to run after getting himself smacked twice in the last 2 trucks. Oh my, risky to go for that ramp, as it's proven to be pretty steep. Pretty risky to go for it in the second move of your run, but he went for it. He tried. He definitely tried. Oh, the truck, like, stopped driving. It was almost like his throttle disconnected. I don't know if this will be able to take down Backwards Bob. I liked Kevin Crocker's run a lot more than this one. Like I said, this is before Zane Ratu became better. Ooh, so he can do a reverse move? Oh, fun! Throwing the Scorpion in reverse! That was cool. I'll give him style points for that, but I don't know if I'll be able to give him the lead. I will go with a 7.4. I'll put him in second place right now. And here's Gravedigger, Pablo Huffaker. Finally, we can have our final good run of the day. And I just jumped right over the cars. Well, it's been an interesting event here in Wilkes-Barre, and I hope you all enjoyed it. It's fun to look at random little events like this. It definitely is. It's a cool, random little event. And next week, if the commentaries are posted on Tuesday or Wednesday, well, you will know that is what we are doing going forward. And if they're back to the weekends, well, that's what we're going to be doing going forward. Yes, nice run so far. I mean, I'd be hard-pressed not to automatically think Gravedigger's going to be your winner, truthfully. Ooh. He's not really committing to that log stack, which I don't blame him for. But this is a decent run, for, like I said, for the size of the track and the competition he's got going around him. This has been the best run we've seen today. I also always loved how Pablo ran the purple beadlocks. I didn't talk about that enough. But pretty truck. That's the end of his run. I will give him the win at an 8.2. Let's see if he sends it off the log to finish off the day. No, he doesn't. But he hits the log and parks it right there. That'll do it for today's commentary video. That was Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania from 2016. I hope you had a good one, and we'll see you all in the next one.